Sometimes I just get so like weary and tired of like results. Like somebody actually brought this to my attention that I'm a result oriented person. Like I'm not the kind of person honestly that gives themselves a pat on the back due to the process. Like, oh okay, you know, I've been working
Jackson Square, goes on left, Jackson Square.
I'm not the kind of person to give myself a huge pat on the back like, oh, okay, you've been working like 10 hours per week. Like, that's great, you know. You haven't gotten to your goal yet. You haven't actually finished or achieved your final goal. But it's okay, you get through it, you get to it. I'm not that kind of person. Like, if I don't see a hardcore actual result, I just feel like, what's going on? Like, Ezra, what are you doing? Like, you need to work times 10 harder. You know, I have to see fruits of what I'm doing. But so as I was saying, if I was rudely interrupted by the train, yeah, like of late I've been listening to a lot of messages from like Pastor Mike Todd and the rest of them, and like I'm learning to trust God.
Next stop, Ruggles, change for the commuter rail and bus connections. Goes on left, Ruggles next.
Yeah, so I'm learning, guys, to trust God, because like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this off. I'm just gonna take the microphone off this, and like, boom. Yes, there we go. Oh yeah, by the way, this is my Comica shotgun mic. Testing 1 2. Hopefully it's not too loud. I've been listening to a lot of messages from like pastors and like little like youth empowerment gatherings and all of that good stuff, and I'm coming to understand that trusting God is something that we have to do in a way of showing God or proving to God that we have faith in Him. And I've also come to understand that trusting God is a skill you learn. It's not easy. Like, I've come to understand there's a lot of things is something that a lot of Christians are heavily lacking on. Because as human beings, not just human beings, but like people that live I'm talking about the people that live in America now. A lot of people that live in America and in the world in general. Like, you learn to take your life by your hands. You learn to try and do this and do that because you know, you believe in the work ethics. Everybody believes in, okay, I know I need to do this, right? I need to get this. So I know I have to do this and do that to get to that. So everybody knows that, and we know that when we fall short, right? For somebody like myself, when I fall short, I'm like, okay, all right, get up, let's figure this out and keep pushing. We always fail to say, hey, all right, okay, this didn't work out. Let me actually relax and bring this to one guy or that one person that we all know will never fail the way we did. Will never fail at all. We fail to do that. We look at trusting God as like trusted man and like trusting our fellow humans that would eventually or inevitably fail us. So it's like, it's something that I'm coming to learn and understand. But it's hard, y'all. Like, it's really, really hard. Like, it's really, 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 really hard. Sometimes a brother be wanting to jump off a cliff. We're almost at Old Grove, like one stop away. And I'm super excited, like super, super excited, because I haven't done this in a while, and literally all I did, like, while I wasn't talking to you guys, was just be on my phone and just think, listen to music and think, be on my phone, listen to music and think. And those three things were felt like heaven to me. Like, it was first time in a long time I've been on the train without having to, oh, I got somewhere to go and all of that, yada yada yada. No, none of that. I'm just at peace here, just chilling in my own head. And I think in general, like, you guys or everybody in general should figure that one thing for themselves that they do, that gives them some type of peace, or gives them some type of, relaxation, because that's valid. Sometimes you need to unwind. You hear that all the time. That's fine. But I strongly believe that everybody needs to find that one thing. Especially, and I'm mainly speaking to my Africans, my Africans that, you be in a house with bunch of family members, or you're always constantly around family or around people all up in your face all the time. The need to unwind is vital. Sorry, you guys are kind of tilted right now, but that's because of the need to unwind is valid, and like not just unwinding, but figuring out something that is just you, nobody else that around you. And I'm really appreciative to God about the virus right now, about COVID, not because of the virus, but because I can easily just put on a face mask and block the whole world out. You lot know that I was on campus like last semester, but regardless of being on campus, I did so much in college, even in high school as well. But in school generally, like, I'm always doing so much. I'm always like trying to do leadership things, just not just for my resume, but also because that's who I am. Like, I love taking charge with things. I love, like, I feel like I know a little bit that I could apply to certain areas and whatever environment that I find myself in. So I do a lot of things that requires me, leadership things, right? That requires me to, that indirectly puts me at a place that people begin to see me as a role model, or see me as that that adult figure in their lives or in their environment that they can easily talk to, they can easily connect with, they can ask questions at all times. So I felt like I had to be professional at all times, not just in my appearance, because that's just who I am. I love to look good, I love to look professional, look nice, but in the way I interact with people and the places that I find myself, the places that I put myself in, I put myself in all of that. Like, somebody would literally walk up to me on campus and be like, "Hey Ezra, how's it going? Yada 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 about co-op." Just ask me about co-op, or somebody just like text me, ask me about advice for co-op, or somebody just see me around the hallway and be like, "Yo, do we have NSBE meetings today?" NSBE is like National Society of Black Engineers. It's an organization that happened to be on the e-board for about 2 years, on campus. But now I'm not doing anything leadership. I'm just worrying about my life and the things that I need to do when I'm done with college, because it's around the corner. But yes, I had to do a lot of those things. Like, I was in that kind of position. So obviously I can't just be like, "Oh, sorry, I just got out of class. I'm not trying to have a conversation right now." Like, because people, especially when they need a hero, when they're I'm not a hero. I'm nobody's hero. But when people want somebody to be in that position of power, position of leadership, for them, they're not thinking that, oh, he has a life too, or he can say no. I mean, obviously nobody's gonna step to you and be like, "Yo, why'd you say that to me?" People might not, right? But then again, it's like, was that the right way to go about it? Because if you were in their shoes, you would want somebody to have all the answers to your questions. You would want somebody that you can always count on at any time, and that person got me. So like, I had to put myself in that position. And every time I went back to my dorm, or every time I went back home, I always felt so like drained. I felt like a whole lot of energy was taken out of me, But going to jazz cafes, finding things here and there that I could just sit by myself and just unwind, just recharge, was everything to me. Like, sometimes going back to my dorm, it didn't really feel like that, because roommates, dorm mates and all of that. But those little times, like right now, dude, I am in heaven, like heaven on earth. I feel lit. You know. But guys, we made it to the end of the train station. We're at Oak Grove. Let me see if I can show you guys. Voila. I don't know if you guys can see it clearly, but let me show you. Voila. So the way the train station works is like there's a stairway down there that takes you to the end to the street and all of that, and access to bus terminals and all of that. But I better get back before this train closes with my properties. With that being said, thank you guys for coming on this journey with me. I remain Chairman, your host, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.